Hey y'all, Stephanie here with Minimalist Mom Life. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have joined a lovely group of ladies to talk about something in our homeschool routine. So I will have in the description box down below the playlist to all their other channels to see what different mamas are doing with homeschooling, kind of homeschooling, everything from morning baskets to routines to a day in the life with homeschooling. So be sure and check out those other ladies, and if you're coming from somebody else's channel, welcome, and I would love to have you stay and be a part of the Minimalist Mom Life family. I am going to get right to what I do in the mornings with my children. So I have a 4-year-old who just turned 4 at the end of October. I have a newly 3-year-old as of like yesterday when this video posts. I have a 2-year-old who's not even 2.5 yet, and then I have a 6-month-old baby girl. So we are not, I guess, officially homeschooling. I don't really have a school-age child. My oldest is just kind of preschool age, and we are not sure that we will homeschool forever or that we'll homeschool even in 1st grade. We're still just kind of seeking God on that and kind of weighing all of our options. But I have done a preschool type time with my kids since my oldest was about the age of 2, and that has really come about because I wanted to keep them entertained. I have wanted to make sure that I'm spending time with them, and because I know children are sponges, and so we can put good stuff in or we can allow television to put junk in. So I wanted to just make sure that I'm pouring in good things to my children. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I have the time to do it, and that's kind of how this has all come about. Sometimes I joke with my husband that a lot of what we are teaching our children right now, because they're sponges and we're giving them stuff, is more equipping them for Jeopardy maybe than it is for kindergarten. But we enjoy it. My kids love school time. They're always very ready to get together and do this time with me. I have thought about calling it like my morning basket time, because that seems to be this cute new thing that you call kind of this type of thing, but I don't actually have a basket. And minimalism, I'm not going to go buy a basket just so I can call it this. I already keep all this stuff together in one of my kitchen cabinets, so showed a little bunny rabbit trail there, but yeah, this is just kind of our morning routine, but very close equivalent to what probably a lot of people do in their morning basket. So every morning except for one, so Monday through Thursday I should say, we do this school time routine, this little morning time routine, and on Fridays we don't, because we go to story time. But the other 4 mornings a week we do the same thing, whether it's Christmas time or summertime. Again, this is not official school, so it's not like we ever need a break from it. We do this on Saturdays a lot of times. Sometimes I end up doing this on Sunday afternoon. It's kind of my go-to to teach my kids something and also to spend time with them, and just to kind of be a mom, I guess. So we get together this time after everybody's dressed, including me. I may not have my makeup on, but I'm at least not in like pajamas. Sometimes I'm in workout clothes, but I'm dressed, the kids are dressed, teeth are brushed, all of the immediate morning chores are done, meaning the laundry started for the day, and all the dishes are done. Everybody's had breakfast, and they've played for a little bit while I'm doing that little cleanup and feeding the baby. Then they're all ready to come back in and have this one-on-one time with me. And then some mornings, if we're extra good, I'm able to get in my chore for the day before this, but a lot of times that has to wait because they need my attention before I can take time to get something else done. So what we do is Bible verses. The way I do this with my kids is they're small verses. They know 6. The last one they learned was John 3:16. They know Genesis 1:1, Romans 10:13, Deuteronomy 6:5, Psalm 46:10, and Psalm 29:11. And so we just say them together. And some days they each want to say it separately because they want to show off that they know how to say it. And sometimes we say it, like even me, sometimes just the 2 oldest boys say it together. My youngest 2-year-old still has issues with some of the pronunciation, but he does know these verses for the most part. Something that helps my kids when learning them is some of them I will give them motions. Like Deuteronomy 6:5, love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your strength, right? That's an obvious one that little boys are going to love, and probably little girls too. So we do our Bible verses. They have memorized the Pledge of Allegiance, so we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I've had to work hard to make sure they know Pledge of Allegiance is not in the Bible because we do it right after Bible verses. And then we do a Bible reading. And when I do a Bible reading with the kids, it's me reading to them from Scripture. We do have the storybook Bible, but that's something that my husband does with them in the evenings. But I like to read to them either like a psalm or a proverb or something from like John every day. And they're allowed to like be playing and doing stuff during my Bible reading. Then we have memorized 33 of the presidents so far. And that's just going through who's the number 1 president, who's number 2. I think I have it in plenty of my videos, the kids kind of reciting them. I think this is just a great foundation knowledge to have. They're later going to get into U.S. history. And again, I joke that we're preparing them for Jeopardy. Kids are sponges. They can memorize anything. They memorize it so incredibly quickly. Like, if you're amazed that your little girl can sing the Let It Go song from Elsa, like, she can know a lot of other stuff too. Kids are sponges. So whatever you repeat to them, whatever they hear often, they will say back. So we do the presidents, and they know all the planets. I used to have president flashcards. We don't really do those anymore because I have, it's Melissa and Doug ordered off Amazon, but I have the placemats that has outer space on it, so all the planets, and that has all the presidents. They love going through them. They each have a favorite president, and once we get all of them memorized, we're going to work on getting kind of more information about each of them, like something that president did while he was in office. Then something new that I've just started doing the last like 3 weeks is I want my kids to learn some hymns, so some good worship songs. Jason and I are not at all musically gifted. We could not teach our child an instrument. I don't sing on tune. He doesn't sing in tune. Like, it's terrible. But God obviously still honors our worship, and so we want to teach them good things. So the boys right now are learning Amazing Grace, and they really enjoy that. I just print out the lyrics, and then I'm able to teach them so that I'm getting it correct with them. Then we do a days of the week song and a months of the year song, and they love that. They love pointing out to like whose birthday it is in that month. That's something they enjoy. Each kid gets to choose between coloring and painting every day. A lot of days they do both, and we just keep that simple. Mamas, if you have not painted with your kids, it is not as daunting and messy as it may sound, and they will really quickly pick up on how to do it. It's not a big deal. Paint comes washable. Paint often. They love it. And then my two little guys, my 2-year-old and my just turned 3-year-old, do printing practice where I write their name, our last name, and the number for how old they are, and they trace that. My just turned 3-year-old does it great. My littlest guy wants to just participate, so I do that for him, but it's not like, you know, you sit down and you have to do this and you have to do it perfectly. It's just, they're just learning and they enjoy it. And then my 4-year-old can write all of his letters and numbers and all that stuff already, so he practices writing out full words. So he has a little workbook that has, he's almost done with it, that has, for like the letter W, it'll have 8 different words that start with W, like window, whistle, different things like that, along with a picture. And underneath the where they wrote the word, then he writes the word all on his own. And then in addition to that, he does one of those every day. He sometimes has other little worksheets that he does just from like Dollar Tree books or a Scholastic book. And then I also like to, and he enjoys those, I like to ask him what he wants me to write, and then he gets to trace it. And by tracing my handwriting, he's working at getting better on his handwriting being just neater and nicer. So when he's doing the big words with the W, he's just doing it all on his own. I think that's good, learning how to just copy what he's seeing. And then when he's tracing mine, his handwriting is just getting better. And we do a lot of work on like S and the number 2 because of the curves. It's a little bit harder for them. Z, things like that. So he does that. And that is what we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then in addition to that, of course, we read. They usually get to pick out at least one book apiece that I'm going to read to them as a group. And then if the morning continues and they're enjoying reading and no one's getting rowdy or Lucy doesn't need to be fed, then I will just read until we run out of time, because I think that's such a great gift to give your children, is just kind of unlimited reading until mommy's throat hurts. So sometimes we read 15 books, sometimes we only read 3. It just kind of depends on the rest of that morning, but we do that at the end, and a lot of times they have a snack during our reading time. Then the optional things is Play-Doh. We kind of do that throughout the day, but a lot of times that happens in the morning. If Martin is doing a lot of worksheets just because he wants to do more, which happens often, and I want the other little guys to stay occupied so I can help him, especially if it's worksheets that are more than just writing, but he's having to kind of understand the instructions on the sheet, then I'm working with him, then I'll give the other guys Play-Doh to play with. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, when my little ones all nap, my 4-year-old does not, he takes a nap like twice a week, but for the most part he doesn't take naps anymore. And on Tuesday and Thursday I don't even have him try and nap. Once I get them down and I've had my lunch break, then I spend time with him doing a reading lesson from Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons, and then he reads me one Bob book that he gets to pick. And then we do some math problems. And we just started doing math problems, I think, right around Thanksgiving. He loves math and numbers, and I'm just naturally going, oh, I have 5 of something. If I take away 1, I only have 4 of it. Like if he's eating something. So we just do some math problems on a marker board, and it's, again, practice for him writing his numbers, and he just really, really enjoys it. So that is what we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays are the only days that I do that. Obviously, throughout the week, I'm working on him with his reading and just sounding things out when he's looking at books or when he's trying to read something on the shampoo bottle or whatever it is. But actual concentrated, like this is going to be a reading lesson with Mommy and Martin, happens only on Tuesday and Thursday. And that is a schedule that I have found works the best for us. We also have one day a week that we always have a play date, that we try to go to the park and we invite friends, and that is how it's set up. So it's not anything big or huge. Again, we're not like officially homeschooling or anything yet. We don't know what we'll do in the future, but it's something that we enjoy and my kids enjoy. And I would love to hear what you do with your little ones to keep them occupied and to teach them along the way. And don't forget to check out the other channels in the description box down below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye, y'all.